It is another ranking every-sided, and it is still the Steven Gerrard era. We're looking at the 2018-19 season, but only the 19 bit, because we're looking at this winter, the January transfer window, where we made 5 signings. Bath time. We have some good, some bad, some awful. That's why we've got the categories. We've got great, good, average, bad, and awful, with 5 categories for 5 players, and we're going to go from left to right. And it's starting with Andy Firth. This guy, I think he played about 1 game in his 5 years at Rangers. So I mean, what? Can't really put it anywhere other than. I mean, can you say it's awful because he didn't get a game, or he played but he was that bad it was awful, or do you just say it was awful? I'm going to say it was awful. I mean, it was fucking wasted a signing. I can't actually recall him in 1 game, if I'm being honest. So I remember him celebrating when we won the title, and he was jumping up and down like he did everything, when in reality he did nothing. And that moves us to the next guy, the 50k man, or should we say the £20 million man, Glenn Kamara. Well, of course, his form's been questionable as of late. I think he's actually stepped up a wee bit under Beale. For Gio, I thought he was very poor until like the second half of last season, where I thought he was really good in Europe. I mean, that Leipzig goal will obviously stand out. But Kamara's best season definitely was the year we won 55. And he's not great, he's not average, it's good. You know, there's been times where he has been great, but there's times where he's been bad. But I think it would be a dishonest, a disservice to Glenn Kamara to put him anything lower than good. Which leaves us to our next person, Stephen Davis. We signed on a 6-month loan and then signed permanently. I believe I actually rated him in the last one because we did make it official in the 19 summer. And I believe I put him average, so I'm going to put him in average. Again, I just don't think Stephen Davis has been that good on his return to Rangers. So, I mean, that's what we're basing it here off. Again, I think 1 year, I don't know if it was the year we won the league, but he won like Writers Player of the Year. I don't know how he did. Honestly, I don't really know how he did. But again, he did. And I think anyone that could say he's great would be full of shite, because he hasn't been. I mean, there's been so many games, especially recently, where he's just been done. He's been past it. And again, it doesn't take the fact away he's a club legend and all that, but, you know, we can't be sticking in 38-year-old Stephen Davis when you're playing away in Naples or at Anfield or at Ajax. Can't be doing it, and Gio found out the hard way. Next up, this is a name that people probably forgot. Matty Polster, signed from Chicago Fire. I believe I think he was a right back, but he could play centre mid as well. Again, another guy. He played more games than Andy Firth, but this is just a weird signing, and a signing where in a window in a season where Gerrard signs about 25 players. He's just one of the sort of guys that barely featured, but actually featured a wee bit. I believe he actually did play in the Europa League in the next season, because of course we got knocked out in the groups in this year with Sparta Moscow and all them. And so Matty Polster, where's he going? I don't know. I think it'd be a bit harsh to put him awful, but again, he's going awful, so fuck him. And next up with Jermaine Defoe. Jermaine Defoe, really nice guy, but I don't think he was all that good for Rangers personally. He scored a few good goals and stepped up when needed, but you can't say, you know, he's anywhere near the level of what Morelos has done for Rangers in recent years. And again, probably similar. Probably just a wee bit behind Roof. He didn't have the injury issues that Roof had, but again, he was an old striker. He did his time. I mean, if this was prime Jermaine Defoe, it would definitely be great. But again, it's not. Scored a few crucial goals. Remember the goal he scored against Livingston? Ball over the top and just poked it in. On his debut, scored against Kelly in the game against Aberdeen where we won 4-2. I remember that goal. His goal against Celtic, where I don't know, who did he destroy? Stephen Welsh, I believe he turned inside it, which was an absolutely phenomenal goal as well. But again, you know, it's not like his numbers were prolific, but he did a job, and for that reason, I'm going to put him top of average above Stephen Davis, guys. But anyway, that is it. Next time up in this transfer tier list ranking video series, it will be Gerrard's first window, where we signed a lot of players. You know, we've got the likes of Goldson, Arfield, Barisic, and then with some jobbers like Ejaria, Grezda, we signed for 2 million, completely and utterly forgot that we even signed that guy. But it is what it is. And until next time, leave your list down below. I'll leave the link to the tier list in the description, so check it out. But until then, peace.